Hey, what's going on, everybody? I got another video because it's fancy week. I've announced that all week. I've been doing videos every day, pretty much, pumping out a video, trying to entertain, trying to keep that quarantine madness, cabin fever down for some of you people out there who enjoy lightsabers and listening to me ramble on about them. There's like 3 or 4 of y'all out there. I'm kidding. I spent today installing a hilt for me. It's my personal hilt, and man, it's probably the most difficult one I've done yet, which is kind of ridiculous. I'll get into the construction of it afterwards. Talk about how I did it and whatnot. This is a lightsaber that is it's copyright. I posted some pictures one time of this, and some people were like, "You're not allowed to make that," and I was like, "Oh no, am I not? Like, I didn't know that." And then it was like it was frowned upon, and I was like, "Oh no, I feel I feel bad." I thought it was, we all make sabers. I mean, starkillers. Everyone makes a bunch of sabers from the movies, from the games. I wasn't aware that making a this is from the Star Wars, the Knights of the Old Republic. There's a concept saber that's a lot of people like. Slothfurnace. Brad, he's the original concept artist, and he worked for was it BioWare, and the game, and it's copyright, trademarked design. So I was like, oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. And people told me to reach out to Brad, and I did, and he's super nice, very nice guy. And he was like, as long as it's not for you're selling them or producing them, he was like, have at it, man. Because I was like, dude, this is one of my favorite designs, and I've been wanting to do one for a long time. I never see them. So I did it out of a 2.0 Graphics kit. But the derelict lightsaber that some of y'all may know, this is my rendition, my take on it. Subtle differences compared to what the original concept is. I still have some plans for the body and some other things, but for now it's pretty. It makes me happy. It's pretty good. Like it gets the point across. So yeah, the slothfurnace design, beautiful, gorgeous saber. It's beautiful, and I wanted it, and I never saw it. I never heard much about it. It's always seemed kind of like one of those secretive sabers, and I guess that's why. But I made this guy out of a Korbanth 2.0 kit. Pretty much all Korbanth 2.0. The only thing that it's not Korbanth is the bottom part, the bottom half. And I plan on maybe doing like an etching. I was talking to TJ about this, maybe getting some milled out sections, because the original concept has, milled sections and some other stuff going on, and I was like, I don't know what to do there, and he suggested maybe getting like a little etch and just to get it, kind of do that. But for now, I like it a lot, actually. It's more sleek, because in my mind, when I was doing this, because it's not the same dimensions as a derelict, or whatever you want to call it, derelict. Yes, derelict saber. That one is used, it's got a huge, bigger shell, cut goes down further, the body is different, the grenade section is more in the middle. But I took like some 2.0s. I make a lot of 2.0 stuff. It's one of my favorite kits to play with. I've done, if y'all paid attention to some of my channel, I've done the Starkiller 2.0 kit that Christian Gale kind of made popular, and I was like, I wonder if I can do a derelict version with a 2.0 kit. Because I was looking at it and I was like, man, this grenade section, it could be possible. Whenever you get the cores from the kit, this is from a 2.0, not the 2.5, 2.0, and I was like, man, there's got to be a way. I mean, it's Graphics inspired right off the get-go. So I was like, hey man, that'd be a good base to start off. I don't have a NeoPixel Blade plugin just yet because I just installed this bad boy. But yeah, I like to take the 2.0 kits and make stuff up with them. I mean, I got this one's one of my first, actually my very first custom saber I ever did. was this like TFU2, the Force Unleashed 2 concept art saber. Very comfortable, and I really love this one. This is like day one for me. I did that. I've done wood veneer wrap on a Graphics hilt, trying to do a little Old Republic. I've just been feeling Old Republic, and then of course my scrap tag, which a lot of it came from korbanth 2.0. So a bunch of different things I can do with it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the blade in. Let's get right to it, and then I'll talk more about the saber afterwards. But this has, of course, you guys guessed it, a CFX. Woke it up. This would be the sound font that I just reviewed for Force, Fonts by Force. This is Knighthood. It's a really good font, super cool. Got it on cyan right now. It just looks really good. Normally I kind of keep it to red because it's kind of what the concept art looks like, I believe. Get back up a little bit. Localized lockout. Force waves. Some flashes. I'm still playing with some of the settings. Those blasters, I'm not too sure on how much I like them. Really cool. There's a bunch of different selections you can make in the CFX menu, and mix it up yourself and see what you like. I'll be doing that shortly. I really haven't put a lot on this saber because I'll talk about it here in a second after the blade demo. This thing took all stinking day just to install it. I couldn't believe it. I've been customizing it for a while now, but good lord. Okay, anyways, so yeah, let's get that power on again. I got the base flare, which I love. Can't really tell that well on that color, but let's go ahead and change fonts.
Sound bank selection. Exit menu.
Oh.
System menu. SD audio. Ray Skywalker.
Ray Skywalker.
You don't just have power. You have his power.
Ooh, that's the Scavenger's Destiny by Jesse Kirkbride. California fonts. That's what I was talking about. See, it hits and jumps. It's supposed to be a blaster bolt impact and then fade. This thing is so much fun to swing around. This little saber is freaking so much fun to swing around. It's comfortable. It feels great. Let's get that power on again because I love this pre-on power on. That little, I'm a sucker for those, man. Gonna probably play with some of those bolt timings. Normally I don't really mess with it. I don't really have the programming to do it or really the patience to do it. I think I'm sure it's easy. I never get around to it. I'm lazy, guys. I spent way too much time on this alone as is.
Sound bank selection. Ray Skywalker.
Royalty by California Fonts. Oh, what's happening? Did I just pick Royalty?
Nebula.
Nope.
Go away.
Royalty.
This mission is everything we cannot fail.
Yeah, see, this saber should be red, I think. Red or blue, kind of like the Starkiller. This one we can really tell the bass flare. See that? Oh, I love that feature so much. One more time. Real quick. Sticking. Got a little crazy there. There we go. Get that going. Oh yeah. One thing I forgot to talk about. I don't know if anybody knows it or not. One of the newer functions on some of them. Sure, you find out. If you just press auxiliary, you'll get a battery indicator. So this is telling me it's like 75% charged. Oh, sorry. See, that's what it does. It just jumps up a little bit. I was like, oh no, something's wrong. When that first happened to me, like a couple sabers ago, I was like, wait, hold on, what is this? And then I was like, oh, it's a battery level indicator. That's pretty nifty. Now, one of the things I've always liked about the 2.0 kit, if you have this little area exposed, which is like a wire channel passage. It just creates this vibration area for you when you hold on to, and it also will reverb some of the sound up through the hilt out the speakers, so you kind of have it coming out through both ways, and it just makes for a more full sounding saber. Oh, that sounds. Oh, hold on. Let's get that again. Oh, come on. Love that little white. See if I can get tip drag. A little tip drag. Alright, I'm kind of a fan of that. It's pretty dramatic. I see some of those were kind of off. That's okay, I'll fix it. Probably.
Sound selection.
Go away!
Grumpy Uncle, which I just did a video of not
Just
long
like
ago.
me, the last of the Jedi religion.
I love that hum. This saber is so fun to swing around. And it's beautiful too. Not to toot my own horn, I'm talking about the design. The design of the saber is just, it looks old school, man. It looks, I mean, it's supposed to be Old Republic style, but it's just, it's very in universe. It looks like a lightsaber. Wow.
Sound bank selection.
A lot of lightsabers. A lot of lightsabers look like lightsabers. What I mean is, it looks original trilogy, if not older, which is what it is. Oh yeah, this one's good.
Anakin Skywalker was weak. I destroyed him.
Then I will avenge his death.
Yeah. I've been meaning to do a sound font review for this one. This is Code Fulcrum by Cyberphonic Fonts. I have to do a review of that at some point.
Sound bank selection.
Give yourself to the dark side.
Yeah, this is the classic villain by Fonts by Fours, and
Don't make me destroy you.
I love this one. The swings on this are just fantastic. The hum, pitch, everything. Let's get that going. Oh, I did it again. Sorry guys. Here we go. I left it on blue. Very classic. These are those aggressive accent swings. play with making that a little bit bigger. So she said, no! Force shrinkage. Let's do that one more time. Alright.
Sound bank selection.
Formerly dark, now just more.
Yeah. I just threw a bunch of random fonts that I was like, yeah, that's good. I haven't really customized this that much yet. This is my jam. This is probably one of my first smooth swing fonts I purchased when I got my first CFX. And I feel like it really works well on this one. Love that so much.
Sound bank selection.
Nebula.
Nebula and Crystal Focus I leave on here because they're pretty cool.
Nebula.
They're really cool stock smooth swing fonts. They won't be on the board as smooth swing right out the box, which is kind of weird to me. You have to go into the folder that it comes with. It's like a Poly Plus. It's basically the smooth swing version of that font, which is just weird. But it's a really cool stock font you can get, especially the swings. That's wild. Alright.
Sound bank selection.
Nebula.
This is Crystal Focus. I changed the font wave because I don't like hearing Crystal Focus. I mean, it's cool, but it ain't that cool for my sabers. Let's get some different colors going. Oh, purple? Yeah, look at that.
Sound bank selection.
Knighthood.
Back to knighthood. Freaking knighthood, son. So yeah, just a few fonts on there, just to get it going. I'll customize it a lot later on. But I thought, man, it looks good in that color. Looks real good in that color. Holy cow, especially on camera. Look at that. Man. That's what I'm talking about. That makes me really happy. Even though it was a peg in the butt. Alright. So, if you're still standing in here, 19 minutes in, how does the time fly so fast in these videos? Oh yeah, that's right. I talk a lot. I just like okay. So again, this came from a korbanth kit, which is a korbanth Graflex kit. So it would look like this. I'm missing the bunny ears. It would look like this, but I like to chop them up and have fun and play with them. So this core right here, the 2.0 core, it's kind of a rib section. It slides in under, and the shell slides over. The Graflex emitter slides over it, and you got a body and a clamp and all that stuff. So the kit would come with all these things. You'd have extra thumb screws, so you can do all the different configurations of the Graflex. You can do like a New Hope, Graflex, and Empire Strikes Back, and Last Jedi usually. So you had extra stuff, and I was like, man, like I just ended up with this extra stuff, and then I eventually started to be like, oh, I can use this on a build. And it's my favorite thing to do as far as building. I'm sad to see it go. Now you got to kind of source them. So I got this a while ago, this 2.0 core and the shell, or the emitter top. And I was like, I'm going to attempt it. So I did my cut. You have to cut into it, obviously. And since I had done a couple of these Starkiller cuts, the fear wasn't really there anymore. so like, I've cut into cores, I've cut into all that different stuff, and I was like, let's do it. This is me just like, all right, I'm gonna experiment and see what I can do. And that was my thing. That was on my list. Was a derelict inspired 2.0. Now, that's pretty much what I call it. It's a 2.0 derelict 2.0. I mean, like Starkiller 2.0, derelict 2.0. Again, very, very different in a lot of aspects. It looks, at first glance, you're like, yeah, that looks like the derelict saber, because it's got the groove black, the S curve. It's kind of like a double S curve grip, and then this pommel. But I put a D-ring right here. Nothing's really done to the grip as far. I mean, it's a smooth grip section. I left that out. I mean, it's just got button. I did chop up a busted up clamp lever, drilled, tap that, put that in there. Activation is in the thumb screw, or auxiliaries in the thumb screw. Activation's right there. I don't have a blade plug just yet. I gotta make it, but I got excited, man. I wanted to show this off real quick. We'll probably do a better video, or at least I'll do one of my up close videos whenever I get to getting my mind back. Okay, so look, this saber took me literally, well, it took me a while to actually figure out what I was going to do. So I cut it up, had it kind of looking decent, and I was like, that's cool. And I took a picture months and months ago, and I shared it, and everyone was like, oh, that's neat. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it. And then the whole thing happened where I was like, oh no, I'm like copyright, I'm like infringing on someone's design. But and then it sat because I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to install it. So with the 2.0 kit, if you want to get a different body and a different pommel, you're going to need a 2.0 to MHS adapter. MHS is modular hilt system, part of the custom saber shop stuff. So I got that, and then I got a 3-inch body. The body is short, super short. I did eventually get a 4-inch body, and I put it on, and it just looked too long and weird, because you have to understand, in this design, the 2.0 shell and like the rib area, is these ribs? Whatever, the rings is a little bit more up, right? It's a little bit more here. It's not down here. It's not like an even saber. It's kind of front heavy when it comes to the derelict inspiration. So I needed to keep this short. Otherwise, if it was a bit longer, this would look even smaller. So I think I got the proportions exactly how I wanted it. And it's sleek. It's sleek and it's slender, and it feels good. It feels like an elegant weapon, man. It's tiny, and it fits in the hand really well. And I dig it a lot, man. I really do like this saber. It's just my version of. Not to say that this is like a sleek, sexy edition of what he did, but you know what I mean. This is a streamlined sports car take on it, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's late, and I spent seriously so long on this because since I had to figure out, so my 2 switches were okay, but I had to drill out the core so I can get a switch in there. This is a low profile switch actually I got from one replicas. The battery sits in this grenade area, because going back to what I was saying with the 2.0 converter to little adapter piece to MHS body. So I got a 3-inch body and then that little adapter piece. And so you actually really only have like 2.5 inches in here because it's kind of a smaller diameter on the adapter. So like the adapter goes to like right here, and then this is how much space you have to put a soundboard, recharge port, and a speaker. So it's really small in there. And the speaker, excuse me, the speaker doesn't go in obviously in this area, so the speaker stops right about here. So I had to relocate the battery. I put the battery, I cut up a little. This is seriously, this saber took a lot of ghetto engineering, man. Straight up from the streets, had to like sit there and be like, let's ghetto MacGyver this thing and make it work. Made it happen. But so yeah, I took some PVC that was the right size, cut it, little wire channel, slid the battery in it, slid the battery in here, and then my NeoPixel wires, my switch wires, they all go up over because the battery sits like right there. They go up and then they go in, and then I made a little chassis disc, which I can't show you because it had to be in there. So this is cram foo, man. Cram foo is a term where you're having to cram your freaking wires and everything in it. It's like a feng shui thing, you know, like a cram foo. Anyways, so the speaker really only goes into about there, if that gives you any idea. So I did it old school, man. I wasn't going to do connects or any of that stuff. I was just like, man, I got it enough. See, because it'll stop right there. I thought it would go in more. I thought I could work it somehow, and I was like, oh no. Like every time I got a piece and put it together, I was like, this is even shorter than I thought. So you got your soundboards in there, and there's your SD card access, and then recharge port. So I took one of those recharge ports that like the cheap Chinese ones. Saberforge uses them. See, then you slide your pod in there, and then just carefully. I left a good bit of space. I don't even feel resistance on this thing, but it's always good to be careful when you're twisting up something that's a static wire. Oh, that sucks. That didn't feel too good. I'm tired, y'all. I shouldn't have done this video. Shouldn't have done the video, but I was excited and I wanted to do something. Show it off. So yeah, not a very action-packed video. Sorry guys, I'm a little tired. I'm tired. I think I'll go home now. That's my fourth count. So yeah, I love this thing, man. And it looks good sitting next to all my other 2.0 Frankenstein pieces, man. I mean, those look good on the shelf. If you don't think so, man, get a new shelf. I'll take a group picture of all these babies. But yeah, freaking 2.0 kits, man. You will be missed because you can't really do a lot of the same stuff with a 3-cell Graflex, like a replica, because it's just a shell that slides in and it's held on by a clamp. So I'm gonna miss the versatility. I was talking to Tom, Make Two Sis. You guys will watch his channel. He has a ton of stuff. Really good variety, man. Lots of Profi, teensy boards. The guy was doing stuff that I was like, holy cow. Like when smooth swing became a thing, he was on it and doing it, and I was like, this is the future. As soon as I was watching his videos, I was like, this is the future. And yeah, him and I were talking about the versatility of the 2.0 kit and how it's going to be missed. So there's lots of parts out there. You can still source them. You can still find them. But yeah, This is just getting creative, man. Getting crafty. But I love it, man. It does make me happy. I gotta start swinging it around. Really haven't got to know her yet with sound in it. And then I'll probably have some more done to the body later on. But for now, it looks sleek. It's slender. It's gorgeous. She's beautiful. Alright, guys. Thanks for getting fancy with me a little bit. I have more stuff coming. I've got a lot of things going on during this quarantine time. A couple more font reviews. I got a couple more sabers I'm building. You know, it's kind of crazy that the world's kind of slowed down, and I haven't in the lightsaber world. But I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a quick nap. Just kidding. I'm literally going to sleep. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Let's have fun. Let's party. Leave a comment and say, hey, what's up? You got a nice big head, something like that. You know, you don't gotta lay it on that thick. But you know, if you want to say I got a nice big head, man, that's up to you. I'm gonna judge you. I'll heart the like. You know those little the like button? Son, I'll go straight for the heart. I like it on the outside, but I love it on the inside. All right, guys, I gotta go. Get some sleep. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.